Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you're listening from. I want to welcome you again to another episode with Trix TV. And as you know, what we do here is just talk about trending topics, politics, sports, business, entertainment, just name it, whatever it is. And we are just going to give you a fresh perspective about what you have read about. Now, as we know, we are currently in the political season in Nigeria. In a few months' time now, we will be voting for our next president, our next governors, next senators, next House of Representatives member. However, one of the aspects that people are more concerned about is the presidential election. We know that we have the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, contesting to get a second term in office, while we have opposition candidates, the likes of Peter Obi, the likes of Rabi Kwankwaso, the likes of Atiku Abubakar, the likes of Shiyi Makinde, also saying they want to contest for the same presidential position in order to take out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from his seat. Now, in their quest to ensure that Tinubu leaves power in 2027, there has been a lot of alliances. There has been a lot of coalition. The coalition started with the ADC, where we had Atiku Abubakar, we had Peter Obi, we had Kwakwaso, all in one party. And everyone thought, wow, this would be a massive disruption in the political setting of Nigeria. Till some weeks back, when Peter Obi suddenly resigned from the ADC and was followed by Rabi Kwankwaso. Why? Because they felt the ticket would be given to Abubakar Atiku. They wanted, actually, Peter Obi wanted, according to reports, Peter Obi wanted a consensus where they would hand over the ticket to him. Meanwhile, Atiku would also want a consensus situation where the ticket will be handed over to him too, or they go for direct primaries. Now, if they should go for direct primaries, definitely Peter Obi may not be able to win Abubakar Atiku because of the financial needs. All right, Atiku is more of a spender than Peter Obi. We know Peter Obi's slogan in the last election was, "We know they give shishi." That we are not giving kobo. Say kobo, we are not giving it to you. If you want to vote for us, you vote for us. If you don't want to vote for us, don't vote for us. So he is not much of a spender, even though he has money. Atiku is a heavy spender. So you may not actually be able to win him when it comes to direct primaries, where we have to pay, give money to delegates, give money to party members to vote. Now, that's by the way. Now, beyond all of that, this current dilemma which the opposition parties have found themselves in simply shows one thing. Our opposition parties don't learn. Our opposition parties are too greedy and selfish. The same thing played out in 2023. Peter Obi was in PDP before he resigned to become the candidate of the Labour Party. The opposition members went into the election divided. Peter Obi had his own party, Atiku Abubakar had his own party, Kwakwaso also had his own party. And we would see that a combination of the three of them, if we are to combine their votes together, is far, far beyond what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had. So more people voted for the opposition parties than they voted for the ruling party now. Now, we are back to the same level. Anyways, that's by the way, that is none of my concern today. What I want to talk about is the lessons that our opposition parties need to learn from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Number one, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very, very focused and patient. He is focused and patience. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't just start nursing a presidential ambition in 2023. He has been nursing it for a very, very long time. But you would never see him on the ballot. He was never seen on the ballot till 2023, and he won. You see, you can talk about Tinubu as a bad president or what, but as a politician, he knows what he is doing. Tinubu has been trying, he has had it in mind to be a president for a very long time before it materialized in 2023. However, what was he doing till 2023? He was gaining more grounds. All right, he became the APC national leader. All right, he was gaining more grounds. He was gaining grounds. He was winning people to his side. Even the former president of Nigeria, late Muhammadu Buhari, didn't have the kind of power that President Tinubu had before he became president. Tinubu had a national spread. There is no senator. There is no House of Reps. There is no House of Assembly member in every state in Nigeria that Tinubu does not have a say in, despite the fact that he was just a national leader of the ruling party. And for years, he groomed these people, he was grooming them, he was empowering them. There are people that he bought tickets for, there are people that he fixed in positions. Because he knows that, okay, this is where I'm going to. I want to become a president, but I can never become a president if I don't have the support of some people. They will not just wake up with the APC and give him the ticket. No. People will be the ones to fight for him. People will be the ones to ensure that he gets the ticket. And he silently built those people one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And when it was time for the primary election, he did not fight for consensus. He was not looking for consensus. Just let us go into the direct primary or indirect primaries and let's see who is going to win. We know the result now. Tinubu had more than 1,000 votes. The second person had about 300 votes. Just imagine the gap that he gave them. That is someone that is focused and someone that knows where he's going to. He planned adequately. He focused. He never involved himself in any other thing. He was focused. And everything he was doing was geared towards that presidential ambition. And today, he is the president of Nigeria. That is what our opposition politicians do not have. They are not focused. They are not in any way focused. Secondly, Tinubu is a fearless and fierce politician. You see, Tinubu is a kind of politician that knows how to act. He knows how to act. All right. You cannot say Tinubu is a gentle person. You cannot say he's a troublemaker. It depends on the situation on ground. When he needs to be gentle, he will be gentle. But when it's time for trouble, you will definitely see him there. Tinubu wouldn't have gotten the presidential ticket of the APC in 2023 if he was not fierce and fearless. He was not looking at, I'm going to the camp from this party, let me go. No, he stood there that this place, I will fight here till the end. We were all here when Tinubu went to Abeokuta and made a statement bashing Tinubu. That was where Emilokon started from. He bashed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He bashed President Muhammadu Buhari and told him that he cried on television, but he was the one that made him president of the country. He also bashed those some governors that were pitching their tents with those that wanted to stand against Tinubu in the primary election. That was where we had of Eleyi of Ogun State. That's Governor Dapo Abiodun, right? That's Governor Dapo Abiodun. He bashed him, and immediately his head became correct. Now, we were all here also when the former APC national chairman named Lawan as the consensus candidate of the APC in 2023. Immediately, governors swung into action. They swung into action. Late at night, they went to meet the national chairman of the APC, dragged him out of his house. From where to where? That is to show that, hey, Tinubu knows how to act when it is time. Fearless and fierce. He doesn't care. Nobody could have told Buhari what Tinubu told him in 2023. But these are our politicians. At the slightest inconvenience, they are moving from a party to another. Atiku was the presidential candidate of the PDP in 2023. Now he will be running under the ADC. Peter Obi was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023. Now he will be running under NDC. Kwankwaso was the presidential candidate of NNPP in 2023. Now he will be running under NDC. No ideology. They are always moving from here to another. Number 3 lesson our politicians must learn from Tinubu is that Tinubu knows how to spend money. Tinubu knows how to spend money, and this do you think it was because of the love they have for President Tinubu that made the delegates vote for him in 2023 in order to get the ticket of the party? Hope you know that one of the reasons we had new money, new notes in 2023, before the election, was because of Tinubu. They know Tinubu is a heavy spender. He can spend his last cash on politics. The delegates, do you know how much the delegates got? They got money, good money, and nobody can match Tinubu when it comes to spending money. Nobody can match him. Even President Muhammadu Buhari then could not. Nobody can match him when it comes to that. And that is what gave him that kind of. Now, for Peter Obi, especially Peter Obi is a politician that does not like spending money. One of the reasons Peter Obi was unable to set up his own party is because of money. He's always looking for places where they have established a party, and then he will just jump in and say he wants to become a consensus candidate. Even as a politician, you don't spend money, you can never go anywhere. You will just be in the same circle, rolling without making any progress. So if our politicians, if our opposition politicians think they can just get anything just by goodwill, it's a lie. It is a big lie. Another thing they need to learn is Tinubu rewards loyalty. Do you know how many people have become something in life because of their loyalty to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Do you know? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has single-handedly helped people politically. His endorsement has changed people's life. He has the finance, especially in APCO today. He has the final say for anything. If you are loyal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, forget it. You are done. Like, you are good for life. But can somebody mention one person that Peter Obi has helped politically? Even Atiku. Can they mention, oh, this person, no, I was Atiku's boy, and Atiku was the one that helped him to get to this level? Or Peter Obi, oh, he was Peter Obi's boy, and it was Peter Obi that helped him to get to this level? No, we can't find them because they don't exist. They don't exist. For Tinubu, you would count from 1 to 1,000. Another lesson, which is the fifth lesson our opposition politicians should learn from President Ahmed Tinubu, is that he is a very stable politician. Tinubu has been in the same party for years. For years, he has been in one party. Even when it looks like the odd wasn't going to favor him, he stood that no, I will be in this party. This is where I will be. I will be here. I will be here. But we can't say the same thing for our politicians. Peter Obi was in APGA, moved to PDP. Now NDC, and then was in ADC and then NDC. No, things shouldn't be like that. If you keep on moving like that, it just shows that you're unstable and you can't be trusted. So for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has stayed in the same parties. Now tell me how he would not get whatever he wants in the party. There is no way. No, who won't stop him? Nobody can stop him. Nobody. Our politicians, they need to learn these lessons from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All right? Thank you.